Zdobywca Złotej Piłki w samochodzie Onet rano. Tego jeszcze nie było, ale dzisiaj jest ta wyjątkowa chwila. Michael Owen jest z nami. Hello, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm right. You?
Good. Yeah, very good, thank you.
Legenda Liverpoolu, legenda angielskiej piłki, były zawodnik Manchesteru United, Realu Madryt i zdobywca Złotej Piłki właśnie w 2001 roku. Michael, I have a quiz for you at the start.
Okay.
How many goals did you score against Poland? One. Wow, good answer. You checked it. You checked this.
Some journalists I've been doing lots of interviews with I'm not very good at remembering my career. Not very good at all. So if you'd asked, if this had been my first interview of the day, I might not have got that, but yeah.
Yeah, 2005, Old Trafford.
Yeah, Old Trafford.
It was one of the 8 games you played as an England captain.
Is that right? 8 games I was captain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I checked this.
Well done.
I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Michael, what do you know about Polish football? When you hear Polish football, what's your first thought?
Well, I think it's a very good footballing nation. When we played for England in my generation, it felt like we were getting drawn against Poland all the time. It felt every 2 years we would be in the same qualification group, and there were always tough games.
Really?
Yeah, there were always tough games. Well, you
didn't lose any of these games.
We didn't lose any, but I mean, there was never any 4-0 or 5-0. I mean, it was always 1-0 or it was
2-1.
Yeah, it was tough. Tough. Poland were always a good team. Listen, inevitably, like every country, I'm sure you want to be better, but you can produce great players. You've produced one of the greatest players of all time in recent years, obviously, in Lewandowski. You produce good goalkeepers.
Oh yeah.
There's some good goalkeepers that have played in the Premier League. Kivior as well, that plays at Arsenal now. So I know you do produce players, but again, I'm sure you Polish people want even more and want better players. That would be great, but that's what we all want.
Yeah, that's true. Lewandowski, do you watch sometimes Barcelona?
Yes.
Because my question is, what makes him so good, Lewandowski?
What makes anybody so good? Pure ability, natural ability, and then once you have the ability, then the mentality. You have to believe it, and and then you have to have discipline, determination, desire. You have to have so many different things, and this is the reason not many people can be great like it, because it's very, very rare to have all of these things to tick every single box. It's very difficult. So yeah, I mean, he's a talent that comes around in every 100 years, not every generation. He's incredible.
Does he have anything that you didn't have as a striker?
Yeah, we're very different. We're probably opposites. I mean, I think we can both score goals. We can both finish. We're both very good in front of goal, and we understand, and we've had that training, that practice, that repetition that all good strikers need. I would be a different type of striker, though. I mean, obviously he's a lot bigger than me, a lot taller than me. I would probably score a different type of goal than him. So yeah, we're different in many ways, but we would be very similar. If we spoke, we would talk exactly the same. We when you do that, when that's your job, when then you just what other people feel and do, and yeah, so we're very similar in many ways, but very different.
Okay, you probably don't know that, but we have a big problem with Lewandowski, because of course he's our great striker, the biggest star and the legend. But last June we played against Finland. It was most important game for us in World Cup qualifier, because we are competing with them for a second place in our group.
Yeah. And
Lewandowski refused to come for this game because he confessed that he's very tired after the season with Barcelona. And many fans, many journalists were outraged because we couldn't believe how the biggest star doesn't want to help our team in such important game. Do you feel is a fair that we criticize him?
I don't know exactly what happened. Of course, you've just explained in 10 seconds. So I can understand why people might feel like this. But I think Lewandowski has represented Poland. He's put you on the map. He gives Poland an amazing amount of credibility. He's a nice guy. He's played the game fairly and well, and for a long time. And I think it'd be very difficult to criticise him. I know you will, and I know people do. That's like, we all get criticised. But if you're asking me from a different country that doesn't read your national press every day,
I do.
Yeah, you do. But if you're asking me as an independent, I would say that you have had one of the best ambassadors of football in terms of his quality, in terms of his dedication, in terms of his, everything. He's a role model for people, his longevity. He's played for years and years and years at the highest level. I know you might occasionally be critical, but overall, I think you should be very, very proud of what he's done for Polish football. And as I say, people from all over the world look at Poland and give you a lot of respect because of what one man has done.
Yeah.
And so I think even if you might be upset for once or twice in his career, maybe he made a bad decision, maybe not. But overall, I think you should be very proud and you should treat him very, very well.
Yeah, that's right. Michael, do you enjoy your life after career?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, really. I really love it. And I was a little bit nervous, I think everybody is, when you finish football. Football is a very short career, but it's something that you don't just, it's not when you're at school you think, do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be this? Do I want to be a lawyer? Or football is not like that. Football is your total and utter life from when you could first walk, and it can't be something that you just I'll practice today. It's not. It's part of your life. If you see it as practice, then you will never make it. Football has got to be in your blood and in your brain at every moment. And I lived with a football under my arm. Even when I was in school, it was like, wait for the bell to go and we can have a break. So it's like, right, get the football out. When I'm walking home from school, I didn't want to walk home. I was keeping the ball up. I was, not because I was thinking it's practice, because I loved it. I wanted to do it. And it was just, that was just me. It was just my passion. So when you then finish football, you're a little bit nervous thinking, wow, I retired at 33. You're thinking 33 years of my life knowing nothing else, and now what am I going to do? And so I think everybody can be a little bit nervous, but since I finished, I loved my life. I've got 4 wonderful children, really happy and healthy family. I've got my business in horse racing. I've got my work in punditry on the television, talking about football. So I just have a great balance. And I miss being great. I didn't really enjoy the second half of my career because I wasn't what I was. You know what I mean? So in many ways, retiring was quite a nice thing. It was a bit of a relief for me because I had been to the top and now I was slowly getting worse and worse, and I hated myself for it because my body wasn't able to do what I used to be able to do. So it was actually quite a nice thing to retire and almost like, thankfully that's finished now. If I had stayed at the top, it would have probably been hard to retire because I would still love it, but I found it difficult to not be as good as I was.
Being a pundit is an easy job?
No.
No? You can just sit, watch TV, criticize footballers.
Well, yes. I guess, okay, so yeah, there's 2 ways of being a pundit. It's like saying if you're a professional footballer, well, yeah, there's professional footballers and there's elite. It's a different game. It's a different life. It's a different You know, if you play in Division 2 or you're in the, you know, Robert Lewandowski, it's like, yes, okay, they do the same job, but that's where the comparison finishes, is different. So punditry is the same. If I just come in on one day a year and sit there and answer questions, then yeah, that's punditry, I guess. That's quite easy. But I've been doing this game 13 years now. I present, you know, I'm part of the whole production of the, you know, I go to the training ground, I interview people. I've learned lots of different skills.
Oh, okay.
You know,
like a journalist.
People when they watch the television, they just think you're answering questions, but I've got people counting in my ear. We have to hit different counts. I need to give the presenter maybe 8 seconds for him to finish off and throw to an advertising break. Or
okay.
I know what's coming next. Maybe we've done a feature on Mo Salah and we're answering a question, and I need to maybe help my partner out and, you know, bring him in with a reference to Mo Salah to make it, or so to make the whole show flow nicely. And so I'm choosing all of the clips all week.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having an input into, right, okay, what is the story now? Should we be focusing on, you know, this type of player? I've been watching all the games. I may have noticed something that he does very badly or very well, so then I will work with my team to get lots of clips. And to the other pundit, he doesn't do that. He turns up and I said, right, this is what I've prepared.
Yeah.
You know, I can help you, I can do that. So I've almost got myself into a position where now I lead the coverage of the Premier League, which is a lot more responsibility. So yeah, so punditry, yeah, that's easy if you come in and do it once every year and just answer questions. But what I do is very, very time consuming. I'm on the phone all week with my team, with my producer, with my director, with my presenter. We're working out how the show is going to flow. We're meeting people. We're going to different training grounds to interview people. It's a very big job that I've dedicated myself to do and to do properly. So it might not look like that on the television, but it's a big...
Yes, it is. You played with 2 Polish goalkeepers, Tomasz Kuszczak and Jerzy Dudek.
Yeah.
Who was better goalkeeper?
I would say Jerzy. Thomas was a great guy. I like Thomas.
Yeah, he's funny?
Yeah. But it's incredible how many good goalkeepers Poland have produced.
Oh, yeah.
We've had, what, 4 in the Premier League? At least.
Fabiański,
Szczęsny,
Boruc, Szczęsny.
Boruc, yeah. And then Thomas Kuszczak and
Dudek.
It's at least 5. Wow.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
We have a good goalkeeping coaching. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
So yeah, that's a good thing. At least we are good in one thing: producing good goalkeepers.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, so we are here. So do you have are you in touch with Tomasz Kuszczak and Jerzy now?
I see them sometimes. Yeah, I mean, football is quite interesting because everybody thinks you're all best friends, you know, but I've played with, how many people? 300, 400 footballers in my career? I don't know. It's like anything in life. You meet maybe 5 people that you're really good friends with and I speak to every week. Then you meet maybe 30 people that you've still got their number and you share a text, maybe a message once every month, and then you've got 250 that you never speak to, but if I see them, you give them a hug and reminisce about great times. But they're just work colleagues. You know, they're not, or they're friends, but they're not. You know, I don't know their wife's name or their son's name.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And it's the same. But people think that every footballer ever plays with each other, or this like it's a big group, a big club of, you know, forever you're all best friends.
No,
it's
not like that. Yeah.
My best friends have never kicked. They're not footballers.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like Football, I go to work. That was my job. You know, they were work colleagues, and some of them become friends, but most of them are work colleagues.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. It was a big pleasure for me, for us. Yeah. Michael Owen był naszym gościem. Bardzo dziękujemy.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.